And this is its effect on housing stability. These are people who moved 4 times in the past year. These are low scores, 19% moved over and over and over, and 2.6% of people who scored high on these indices moved over and over. And for families with young children, that really matters, that stability of relationships, of physical place. Human beings are place-based. We feel our sense of self in relation to the world. And this is a slide I always use when I'm talking to business. Some of you maybe have that opportunity of resilience and unemployment. This is the same index that I just showed you. And this is in 2009 after the massive layoffs occurred. And we can learn something from this slide about who lost their jobs and who did not. So these darker blue bars are the people that scored high on the resilience scale. These are unemployment rates. These are ACE scores. Unemployment, ACE scores. So 0 ACE, 1 ACE, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 8. And you can see that people with high resilience scores, really their unemployment rate went up a little from 8 to 12%, depending on their ACE score. But the general population unemployment in Washington was at 12%. So they were right along with the general population at that time. But what about people without social emotional support, without a sense that good things happened to them, and without some sense of their own hope for their own future? Unemployment goes from 17, even with 0 ACEs, all the way to 35% of people with 6 to ACEs were unemployed who had low resilience scores. All of us can help to build social emotional support, a positive view, and hope. These are some of the things that scientists say really make a difference. And where I tune into this risk is creating things together, especially when there's ritual, when it's predictable. Like every month we're going to get together on the first Wednesday and have a meaningful conversation, and there's going to be childcare and pizza. That's what I mean by ritual. It doesn't have to be a huge, huge deal. But something that I can count on, that if I miss one, I know when the next one is. If I go to one and I love it, I know when to invite my friend to the next one, right? That kind of timing that gives predictability to opportunity in life is so important. All of us can help to engage multiple families in dialogue. All of us can help broker the connections where folks can help one another. That can happen in every neighborhood. It can happen amongst people who know each other personally and people who just met. So finally we come to community. And community is so important. I think of it like fish in a fish tank. If they get sick, you put the drop of medicine in the water. You don't take the fish out, right? We're the same way. The environment we live in has a profound effect on each of us. And each of us has a profound effect on our environment. That's what we mean by a complex adaptive system. We change our community changes us. And we're constantly in flux, which means we can constantly have a new beginning. We can constantly have new ways that we decide. Right? It's like Dr. Snow, who decided he wasn't going to buy this miasma theory. He was looking for what actually caused death. Right? We can decide to think differently about what's happening in our communities and our families. And that's really the time we live in. It's a really powerful time for thinking differently. Resilience happens at all levels, individual and family and community, and at our national and ecosystem level. And so we have to really attend to the community as a whole. Many of us are working with direct services. Some of us in public education are working on public education campaigns. But we also should be building the community's capacity to help one another. And that is a new art form that is anciently grounded. And when you have something new that is grounded in ancient wisdom, you have power. It's where power comes from. So we've seen in Washington, we've been measuring these 4 parts of healthy communities. So opportunities for everyone to help. If you're widening the space for more and more people to co-lead this change of supporting families and helping children to thrive, that matters. coming together to talk about matters of importance, whether it's to really truly ask what your life experience is, what my life experience is, or to talk about a concern of the neighborhood. Learning together, the sense of reciprocity. I have something to share, you have something to share, and we can sit side by side and learn together. And then acting from the future we actually want to live in. And creating a space that's safe enough for us to challenge each other and say, looks like we're falling back to acting from the old ways. That wasn't really the future we want. And if we develop the habit of creating a space that's safe enough to say that, it's amazing how people step up and actually do things differently. I want to show you the power of community capacity. And I'm showing you these two slides, this one and the next, for a particular reason. Remember when I said, ideally, we want to help parents in ways that help them prevent ACEs for their children.